All right. Man, that was a lot of fun. That was getting out there with our guys, watching them play, all the fruits of their labor from the spring and then camp, watching our guys compete. Obviously, not the result you want. I mean, I don't care. I mean, you're playing to win. At the end of the day, we didn't do that. We didn't finish the game, didn't play well in the second half, really on either side of the ball. But I do believe that the season is a marathon. That marathon starts in Jacksonville. We're just still in training. Today was basically we went out there today and we were 13 miles into our training. And we'll get closer next week and we'll get closer the week after. And there's a lot to clean up. There is, coaching and playing. So again, frustrating at certain levels, but certainly you can't turn the ball over 3 times. You certainly can't do that. And there were some things operationally that I know we can clean up, but I thought at moments we threw the ball well, and that's what we needed to see. Would we be able to throw? We're going to be able to run the football. So there were certain things that we wanted to at least keep it simple today with, but I wanted to see how we'd be being able to throw it, and I thought our quarterbacks played well in that regard.
How did you think Deshaun Watson did in his half of football?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, it was so cool to watch him play. I mean, I get all of the frustration by fans, himself, but for him to come back and work like he did is an unbelievable credit to him. And then to go out there, he was having fun today. And that is so cool. And I thought he really functioned at a high level. Certainly, we don't want to be taking timeouts. We sure as heck can't take delay of games, okay? But it was fun watching him play and watching us put the next step forward and see where we're at.
Todd, was the plan, so it seemed like he started out with some nice, easy throws. Was the plan to sort of let him get out there and kind of get into a rhythm, not put, maybe too much on his plate early on with the game plan?
Sure.
Peter Van here. I thought growing up would be the worst, but then I found a way to hack adulthood. It's called AAA. With AAA, I'm covered from roadside to poolside, and insurance and member perks that make adulting a breeze. With AAA, it pays to be a member.
We certainly wanted to run the things that our quarterbacks felt comfortable with and where we were at, and we're certainly going to build off that moving forward. But it was fun watching him, again, operate, give him some completions, and, get his feet wet a little bit.
It looked like he had his hand and forearm checked a little bit after that one hit on the 2-minute drive.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Yep.
Go ahead.
What did you see from KC on his touchdown and just being able to see him get that opportunity to find the end zone in his first NFL?
Well, we were trying to do a number of things offensively. First and foremost, we were trying to get some of our skill guys touches. So you could see the explosiveness, whether it was the punt return or the fly sweep that we got it to. So I'm happy for him. He's worked awfully hard, and he got a few opportunities and made the most of it.
You got Spencer a lot of run there at left tackle. Was the plan always to keep him in as long as Deshaun was in it?
Yes. The plan was to let him to continue to play, get some of the other starters out, and allow him to continue to play through pretty much the first half.
Todd, what's the next step in the quarterback competition now?
Well, when we practice against Buffalo, we will give both of the quarterbacks opportunities with the ones against the Bills. Shedeur will start against the Bills. Deshaun will play in the third quarter, and Dylan play in the fourth. So it just flipped.
Todd, on the interception Shedeur threw, was that just an overthrow, or was there?
I'll have to see it. I'll have to see if there was a little push that got in his face. Looked like we had a, clear out with a dagger concept, and looked like he was open. Looked like the ball sailed a little bit on him, a little bit like what happened with Dylan. I really, again, the positive thing is they were both in the right place. I believe that. Again, I'll have to see the film, but I believe they were in the right spot, both interceptions. We had Gage on the one from Dylan, he just let it sail. Maybe the ball got a little bit wet, it was humid out there, but I like that part of it, that we're in the right spot.
Where would you say the quarterback competition stands right now coming out of this game? Do these guys go into that joint practice against the Bills still kind of pretty even? And can anybody still win this thing by maybe like after the Bills game?
I'm not ready to say it yet. I mean, the plan was always to get through the Bills game, switch up who was going to start, who was going to play in the second half, and then we'll go from there. Every day is important. Monday's going to be important, right? Being in the meeting rooms are going to be important. Listening to the players talk about what they saw, right? That's part of it too. What they saw, how they feel. We'll go back to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, have a great practice against Buffalo. Then we'll walk through on Friday, and then we'll go compete our rear ends off against the Bills and see where we're at. And then we'll reevaluate then. We'll certainly watch it tomorrow and have an idea of how we thought our guys played. I mean, that's a part of it. That is a part of it. We're always in the evaluation process, and we're going to do the same thing as a coaching staff. I mean, there's certainly things we're going to look back at and say, how do we coach that better? How do we scheme it better moving forward? Who do we want to be moving forward?
How concerned are you about the depth at cornerback? Because another two guys got hurt today. That's just been a position where, much like defensive tackle, it's just, it's really starting to eat into that depth a little bit.
Well, everybody at this point in the year has injuries. Some longer than others, some nagging injuries that you're going to work through. So that just happens to be the position group now, right? So again, we've got good depth there. We'll just next man up and go out there and compete.
Did Deshaun show you anything that you really needed to see this game? And do you think he will play at all against the Bills?
Oh yeah, he's going to play against the Bills. He'll play the third quarter. What I wanted to see was how comfortable he was leading up to the game, how comfortable he was in the huddle. Certainly there were things from a operational standpoint we can do better, but I wanted to see if he was enjoying himself. Was this still fun for him to play through the ups and the downs? Sure, he's not happy about certain throws that he could have made, a couple of them, that would have extended drills. Sure, he's thrilled about a quarterback sneak that we threw on him there to get a first down. But it was fun watching him play. It was fun.
So he answered all those questions positively for you?
In my mind, he did.
Before you got here, he never sneaked much. Put in a tight end to sneak. So have you guys talked about him sneaking?
He said he can sneak. He said, I'm a powerful dude, man. Just give me the ball. I'll get you inches. I said, great. I said, let's roll.
You had a couple roll backup defensive ends that had those 2 sacks. So how beneficial is it to see those guys be able to make plays, especially to have the depth on the defensive line?
Again, I love watching our guys play. I mean, all they do is they show up and say, spot the ball. I know I say that all the time, but it is so fun to watch those guys play. We just got worn down. We just got worn down. After the first drive, I think that Shedeur got in there and we got stopped on 4th down. We just never got any traction until the last drive. And so we turned the ball over, and our guys just got tired over there. And that's not a good recipe for success, is turning the ball over, they score, turn it over, they score. We just couldn't stack any plays together to help ourselves out.
Couple more here.
What about Deshaun overcoming some adversity on some of those drives, including being in 1st and 25 and, just some of the other stuff that happened that he had to kind of get you out of jams?
Yeah, it's all part of it. We were trying to get him a 2-minute at the end. And I would have never called that timeout if that was a regular game. We wouldn't have done that, but we were trying to get a 2-minute, right? It didn't turn out great, but I wouldn't have done that in regular. I would have let them decide whether they were going to let the clock run down. But we were trying to get the ball back. We get a stop there. We get another opportunity to go 2-minute there because I wanted to see Deshaun go out there and play and get a 2-minute, which we did. I mean, we did. Right before that, but I wanted to get another opportunity for him to go out there and play because the number one evaluation we have is the quarterback position. So why not try and get more plays? And that obviously it gave him a field goal at halftime. And again, if that was a regular game, we would not have done that.
Todd, you mentioned what the plan is for the quarterbacks for Buffalo. Is the plan is going to pretty much be the same for the offensive line in front of them, or are you hoping to maybe
well, we'll see, because we practiced with them Thursday. So we have to talk about the reps we're going to have Thursday, because the reps, and I talk with Joe Brady tomorrow. So we're going to talk about how the practice goes. But if it's really heavy in terms of our ones and our upper level twos, then I could see a world where a number of those guys don't play in the game because of the work they got on Thursday. We would certainly not want to work them at a high level on Thursday and then expect them to turn around, especially against a team like Buffalo and their players, and then play on Saturday.
And the reason to split the reps Thursday is just to keep it fair as possible?
As best as we can. The hardest part is you're not going to have similar blocks, right? You could have a rundown period and get back on track, third downs, 2 minute. You're not going to have